Walshy here. Today I'm going to present to you an argument why grenades in Halo 4, specifically plasma grenades, may be classified as a power weapon in my opinion. Grenades have always been an integral aspect to Halo. And I'm going to show you today why in Halo 1 and in Halo 3 they were on a completely different level, with specific examples from both games. So to start you off, I'm showing you some clips from Halo 1 multiplayer. For those of you who did not know this game, or didn't get a chance to play it, first off, you should be ashamed of yourself, and secondly, you missed out on an amazing game, one of my favorite games of all time. The multiplayer was so well balanced, and one of the reasons was because of these grenade tricks. If you didn't know these were what the top tier players used. You were able to get yourself weapons, get yourself power-ups, and there were practical grenades you could do on every single map. Strategically, this gave so much depth to Halo 1. By giving so many different options on how to play out different scenarios. So for example, you could always even just nade down the power-up and just guard it with the rockets. Now this next lengthy clip, I sped up just to show you how top pros knew how to grenade down the power-ups from multiple locations. Reasons being, in case you did not get an ideal spawn, to change it up strategically, to not be so predictable. And especially the physics and grenades in this game, you're even able to nade jump up in certain locations. There were also glitches in this game where you can grab weapons or power-ups through the wall. So on Longest, for example, I'm able to grab the overshield and then simultaneously grab the camo by nading it to myself. So this brings me back to my original statement. Can grenades be considered power weapons? I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, well, in Halo 1, the examples I gave, you directly can get control of power weapons or power-ups because of grenades, but the grenades themselves are not considered power weapons. Well, hopefully I change your mind with this next clip. Pay very close attention to this Halo 4 video that was released by Waypoint. I'm sure many of you are thinking, yeah, I saw the second grenade explode midair. What's the big deal with that? It's a huge deal, and I'm going to show you some examples from Halo 3 in a little bit why it's a huge deal. But first, let me go back to your Halo history and show you how grenades react in the previous Halos. You can clearly see the trajectory of the second nade is affected by the first explosion, and it does not explode until it finally rests. I'll even attempt it in the corner right here. I can even do the same with a frag nade. Watch, I'll lay a plasma down, I'll bounce the frag off its explosion, and it will not explode until it finally rests on the ground. The frag nades in Halo 2 reacted much differently when they came in contact with explosions. For example, if I laid down a plasma and the frag came in contact with it, they explode right then and there, even though there's a small glitch that shows the frag still bouncing around. The frag does not explode where you see that shell going around. It exploded right on the plasma spot. And, similar to Halo 1, the plasmas, when bounced off each other or come into contact with other explosions, bounced around a short distance and then came to a resting spot and exploded. Now here's a couple clips for how grenades affect each other in Halo Reach. Pay very close attention because you'll see the inconsistency. You'll see half the time they explode instantaneously, like I showed you in that Halo 4 video, and the other half they'll carry out their full duration and explode when they finally land on the ground, similar to Halo 1 or Halo 2. Now it's important to note that Halo 3 does not have this inconsistency. Anytime a grenade comes in contact with another explosion, it travels a set distance and explodes, similar to the Halo 4 video I'll show. And I'm going to show you how this can be abused to a whole nother level. The first thing to note is that all these Instasplodes are 100% intentional. And it's all about timing the explosion of the very first plasma grenade. As long as you know where an opponent is coming from, or have an estimate of where he might be coming from, you can put a layup nade there in anticipation of him showing up so that you can Instasplode off the first grenade. Although I missed this insta right here and get the lucky stick, I make up for it here in a second. I put the layup nade in the red incline since I noticed those shots coming from red 1, and then I get the insta for the nice triple kill. Here's a slowed down recording of showing how I set my nades up for pink. I look and see where they're coming from their side to see how far up the street they're going to be, to know exactly where I should have my explosion. If I'm faster up into pink 2 than they are, I just throw my first layup nade further into pink 2. If they're faster than me, I throw the layup nade on my street. This also doesn't have to be premeditated. If someone gets a lucky spawn or they jump on me, and they're in position to get insted, I can kill them there. They can be done from practically any position. You just have to have the timing down correctly and the trajectory of the nade correct. Some of the best opportunities are when enemies are funneled through a small location, such as these next 2 clips. And I also forgot to mention, you can pretty much send these nades omnidirectionally, depending on your positioning. Instasplodes have the ability to get you out of ridiculous situations that you should not live in. And it's with plasma grenades, an abundant weapon that's on every map. The last piece of advice I have for you is that instas can only go forward. So if someone's shooting you from behind, just get behind your layup nade, and then you can insta off of that. Thank you everyone for watching. If it was informative and you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to my channel. This is my very first video on my own channel, so I'm going to be uploading content to here whenever I get the chance to. I'd also like to hear from you what you thought I could do better, what you thought about the nades or instas in general, and what kind of content you'd like to see in the future. So once again, everyone, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.